Next up, headlines from around the military. First up, a look at DARPA's manta ray drone. The full-size uncrewed underwater vehicle recently completed full-scale underwater testing. This testing phase was intended to assess the vehicle's hydrodynamic performance under real-world conditions. The sleek, modern drone is set to lead a new class of long-duration, long-range, payload-capable unmanned underwater vehicles for the U.S. military. And a new National Institutes of Health-funded clinical trial for the first time linked service dogs with military veterans and saw lowered PTSD severity and lowered odds of its diagnosis and other mental health struggles. More than 150 military veterans were analyzed over 3 months and found that veterans with service dogs had 66% lower odds of a PTSD diagnosis. The vets with service dogs also experienced lower levels of anxiety and depression, and improvements in areas of emotional and social well-being. Mortuary affairs is not a job many want to think about, but it's one that's critically important for the military and the dignity of fallen service members. In a recent training, Marines led the way, with Personnel Retrieval and Processing Company Marines training the first group of soldiers to be instructors in training augmented non-mortuary affairs personnel in the field. During the training, soldiers were shown how to properly recover fatalities and transport them back to the command and eventually back home.
So we are running the Unit Recovery Team Instructor Certification course, training them how to instruct and certifying them to be the certified individuals who would train augmented non-mortuary affairs personnel. For real-world operations, fatality management is a joint effort, yes. But the reason they are out here is because they have the first certified instructors in DoD, and so they are certifying the Army's first instructors.
One big thing is just providing closure to a lot of people. Typically, we're just going out, retrieving fallen personnel so they can come home safely.
Wearing this uniform comes war, and with war, unfortunately, comes death, right? So we all learn how to do CLS. We all learn how to tourniquet an arm, because that's the unfortunate reality of the job that we signed up. It's something that we might have to do at some point within our career. And so it is unfair to ask service members to execute that operation at the time of combat without giving them proper training.
Finally, when these sailors joined the Navy, they probably didn't think they'd be fighting snakes. Well, fighting is an aggressive word. Handling is a little more accurate, but that's what sailors with the Marine Rotational Force in Darwin, Australia were doing when they took a snake handling course offered by local officials. Australia is home to a range of deadly snakes, so local experts teach visiting Americans how to handle them if they find them while stationed there, and how to treat a bite. Helpful info, but personally, I'd want a longer stick than that.